Hi there, welcome to the Kenny Veach M Cave mystery missing person case. Today I'm going to be analysing more new news articles about the case. See if it adds up, if they've done their research correctly, or it's the same old shit. We'll find out today. Welcome to those that are present in this live premiere. Feel free to share your thoughts, opinions and reactions in the live chat box. If you'd like to catch up on last night's video, top right corner of this screen, there is an icon symbol. Click on that and the link will be there to check the last video that I did. As for last night, it was a Halloween special. You want something light-hearted, the video is available there. As for the last Kenny Veach video, that will be available too, all in one place. There'll be some additional links down below in the pinned comment section, okay? So I'm probably going to look at two articles today, similar to what I did last time round, if you remember, and we just do it bit by bit. I've not done it day after day because I thought it'd be a bit too repetitive, heavy and full on, right? So there's no harm in spacing it out. And if corrections do need to be made along the way, I'll do what I can to the best of my ability. And if you want to fill in any blank spots, you can as well. As said, if you've got any questions or reactions, share them in the live chat. If you don't want to appear in the live chat, leave some comments down below. Either way, you got the chance to share your thoughts, okay? I think maybe later on in this video, I will look at the comments as well from the last video I did, just to see what people had to say there. Okay, so that all being said and done, let's get straight into the video and begin reading the latest Kenny Veach M Cave news articles. The name of this website news article is called The Lad Bible. Don't know if anyone's heard of that before. It might just be a UK thing. I remember hearing it in the past. I don't know if it incorporates the US as well. But the title of this article reads, "Man completely vanished looking for cave near Area 51 after claiming it caused body to vibrate." The way it's worded here, the language vocabulary, pretty poor to be honest. Not even mentioning the name of the actual individual, just calling them a man, vanished whilst looking for a cave. Take in mind, this is misinformation. It wasn't near Area 51. Area 51 is miles upon miles away from the hike route Kenny Veach did, okay? The only bit about claiming it caused vibrations in his body, that's what Kenny said himself. So this was actually published 2021, 20th of March 2023, and last updated at that point. Got Kenny Veach there, some photos of him from his M Cave hike. Not his final one, but his only recorded one on his channel, okay? So the hike before he went out the final time. I think people tend to get really confused with that. I don't know why, it should be quite simple. It says here, a YouTuber who made his name exploring caves vanished while hunting for a cavern that was believed to be near Area 51. I'm sorry, a cavern? Okay, different wording for once. Take in mind that out of all the supposed caves and shallow ones hikers have searched within that area, not a single person has actually found a cavern, a deep cave, no spelunking, none of that, despite Kenny Veach claiming that's what he's done in the area. Very odd. It's interesting how this article states Kenny, a YouTuber, not even mentioning his name at the start, later on then. A YouTuber. Kenny Veach isn't exactly a YouTuber. He uploaded multiple videos in a day or so. And then his hike one was a separate one on a different day. But still, it was kind of rushed. You're basing it off that feeling. I mean, maybe you could call him a YouTuber if you incorporate his deleted hike videos. But unfortunately, there's no screenshots of that. So you can't really reinforce it. But the bit where it says, made his name exploring caves. But he didn't really make his name exploring caves, did he? Are they referring it... You see what I mean? This article, are they referring to Kenny for his past videos, the deleted ones, and that's how he made his name? Or do they mean that when Kenny went on his actual M Cave hike video where all the fame came from it? Because if that's what they're referring to, that one hike, well, it's kind of invalid because he wasn't searching for caves. He didn't really explore any caves at all on his actual M Cave hike video. All Kenny Veach actually did on his, M Cave hike video was walk about hiking, pointing this and that out, and that was about it. He didn't really go up to us. He never went up to a cave. Isn't that weird? He didn't stop. He didn't touch any of the rocks. He didn't like get up close. He didn't try looking inside any. He just completely walked past them all, saying to me, oh yeah, in a place like this. Well, if it's a place like this, why not stop and have a look? Do you know what? Maybe we can do a separate video on that sometime. Yeah, new idea there. Anyway, article says believed to be near Area 51. BS, okay? Kenny Veach never described it near Area 51. He said on his hike near Nellis Air Force Base. He got that wrong as well. What he should have said was supposedly near Nellis or Ellis bombing range test site, right? Because that's near to the M Cave hike route, right? But yeah, it's a mess, this article, okay? The cave's not near Area 51, and Kenny Veach did not go missing near Area 51 because it's distant apart, right? Las Vegas-based explorer Kenny Veach, known online as Snakebit McGee, claimed to have found a cave shaped like a capital M near the Nellis Air Force Base. Oh, now we've suddenly jumped to Nellis Air Force Base. So earlier on this article says near Area 51, now you're saying near Nellis Air Force Base. This article contradicting itself. Not great. Thing is, as I said, the supposed cave, this hike, is nowhere near Nellis Air Force Base. Nellis Air Force Base is closer to the city, the outskirts of Las Vegas, the city. Nellis Test Range, Nellis Bombing Range is within the Mojave Desert near to Jeremy Canyon, okay? Obviously, there's like a military boundary as we've seen on the maps, but you get the idea. So it's poorly worded, but Kenny Veach made that bit of misinformation himself when he made the mistake. Was it on purpose or accidental? Who knows? Veach claimed that being inside the cave caused his body to vibrate and gave him a feeling of dread. But Kenny Veach never claimed that he went inside the cave. He said that he went close to it and felt the vibrations and didn't want to go any further. He didn't literally go inside of it, okay? Anything else? Kenny shared his story in a comment below a video titled "Son of an Area 51 Technician." That's true, but the comment's no longer there. It's been deleted, okay? Veach wrote, in quotes, "That ain't nothing. I'm a long-distance hiker. One time during one of my hikes out by Nellis Air Force Base, I found a hidden cave. The entrance to the cave was shaped like a perfect capital M. I always enter every cave I find, but as I began to enter this particular cave, my whole body began to vibrate." So he got close to it, but he didn't go like right in. "The closer I got to the cave entrance, the worse the vibrating became. Suddenly, I became very scared, hightailed out of there. That was one of the strangest things that I've ever happened to me." There's Kenny. When he vanished in November 2014, the 47-year-old was believed to be in search of the mysterious cave. Once his girlfriend realised he hadn't returned home, she filed a missing person report and search party was organised. But unfortunately, this article by Lad Bible fails to do their research because Kenny wasn't reported missing 2 days after. No, Kenny Veach was reported missing 8 days later. Kenny initially said he's going on a 2-day hike or so, 2 to 3 day hike. So why do you need to wait 8 days to then think, oh, he must be missing? Very suspicious behaviour by the girlfriend there. Veach's phone was found near a mine shaft, but his body was never recovered. There are many theories to what happened to Veach circulating online. The favoured theory of conspiracy theory enthusiast is that Kenny Veach was killed by the United States government because he was about to uncover government secrets. Well, what a load of shit this is. That is not the biggest theory. Come on, get a grip, Lad Bible. Stupid UK, if it's from the UK. Get a grip, do some research, you impetuous UK people. God damn it. So yeah, Veach is found near the mine shaft, yes, but as well, which failed to mention here, loose change as well. In fact, the scent was lost at the mine shaft too. You say that many theories, but the main one is that Kenny was killed by government. No, we're not saying Kenny Veach was killed by government. Quite a few people over time have suggested Kenny Veach was silenced by the government, taken in, imprisoned, captured, something along that lines. It doesn't have to always lead to death. It can be being silenced in other ways, so you don't talk about it ever again, or you don't leave the area, or you have to work for someone. You know, you get what I'm saying? And to be honest, that wasn't really the main theory, okay, as this article falsely states. Other people was talk about UFOs, right, or reptilians, but that seems to get swept under the rug here. Typical. Generic photo there. Right. It's been suggested that the cave he discovered was the entrance to a secret government facility due to its proximity to the airbase in Area 51. Once again, incorrect. This supposed secret cave is nowhere near Area 51, nor is it nowhere near Nellis Air Force Base. So, incorrect once again. Theorists speculated that the vibrating sound Veach felt was as a result of government device built to deter citizens from exploring the cave further. I mean, that's what some people have said, the, what is it, access denial system to put people off, to make people feel very uncomfortable so they move on, maybe to, for some, incite fear into their bodies. Jeff Clark said he felt vibrating, I think, what, on the way or down Cowcole Road or something. So who knows? Says, however, other theories from perhaps a less conspiratorial perspective have suggested otherwise. One is that he simply got lost or had an accident whilst exploring. Veach was known to be a minimalist when it came to his hiking, as he would venture without a GPS and barely any water. Yep. Hiking in certain terrains can be dangerous, so it's not out of the question that an unfortunate accident may be the explanation. Veach remains missing to this day. Well, questionable that, to be honest. So the only good thing is about this article, not once did it mention the mental health bandwagon. Nothing about suicide. Makes a change for once, right? Still kind of the same old regurgitated story. Bit of balance, I guess, by saying maybe Kenny got lost or had an accident whilst out there. Yeah, it can happen, possibly. The bit about without GPS, that's true. That's what Kenny said. And water, minimal water intake and what he had with him. Yep, that's true as well. Anything else out there? Hiking certain areas can be dangerous. Yep, some people have described that themselves. Veach remains missing to this day. Technically, yes, but there is supposed evidence here and there to suggest he could still be alive or was alive up to a certain point, such as 2022. So at the end of the day, that article, what we just read previously, I mean, yeah, all right. Still could have done significantly more research, but what do you expect? You know, and that's the pattern I've seen endlessly, that majority of people out there, more so the more well-known and bigger end people, they just don't do the research. They don't bother doing any research on this case. It's shit, right? And it will never change, but it is what it is. Now, what we're looking at on screen, we have transitioned on to the next article by Uni Lad. Some stupid names going on, but if that's UK stuff, then it's no surprise there. Uni Lad. Short for university? No. Is it repetitive? Well, we'll find out. This reads, man completely disappeared after finding cave near Area 51 claiming to have strong vibrations. Vibrations again. Completely disappeared. A bit weird wording. Can't you just have said, man disappeared or gone missing? You see, keep saying disappeared, disappearance. What about missing? That's a key word, that. Lacking. Published 1555, 26 June, around the same time. Yeah. There's Kenny there, you see, on his hike again. Hiker and YouTuber Kenny Veach hasn't been seen since setting out in search for a hidden cave near Area 51. Incorrect. Misinformation. The cave is not near Area 51. 47-year-old at the time experienced hiker first discovered a hidden cave near Area 51 in 2014. Misinformation. It's not near Area 51. After publicly documenting and speaking about his findings on YouTube, Veach was urged by followers to retrace his tracks, find the cave again and investigate further. Right, urged by followers. Yeah, I think that's about right. Some people online claim that Kenny Veach was bullied into going, but at the end of the day, he's got the final decision and choice. He wasn't given death threats. He was passionate about what he did. Maybe he got a bit of a boost from people to go out there and prove it. But whilst people like to blame the general public for causing Kenny's death, it was Kenny himself, if you're going along that mindset that Kenny died out there. Kenny had the final choice and decision to go out there, right? He wasn't physically forced to. Anyway, Little did people realise the explorer's third expedition would be his last. So, the reason why they say third expedition is because he went out there the first time round, saw the cave, felt the vibrations, scared off, didn't have the camera, didn't have the firearm, wasn't prepared. He then talked about it online, and then people urged him to go back out there. So he did. Recorded it. Okay? Did he find it? No. Came back. And then I think there was a few more comments on the thread saying, right, I'll try again. But then that was it. So out of the 3 times out there, only once he documented it, recorded it. What do we have here? After discovering the cave in 2014, Veach first publicly spoke about his findings in the comments section of a video posted by Group Sirius Disclosure, Sirius, son of Area 51. On the video. One time during my hikes, we've read that just before. Closer got, felt vibrations, hightailed out there, we've seen all that. Despite his fear, encouraged by his followers, Veach returned to the cave. As per Nevada magazine, the 47-year-old was armed with a 9mm handgun. Oh, okay. And a video camera. As he started the 10-hour hike on very dangerous terrain back to find a cave in a mountain located right next to a bombing range. However, Veach couldn't find a mysterious cave. I found a tarantula, a tortoise and a ram, but I could not find the cave, he wrote on social media. He decided to venture back for a third time on November 10th, 2014, after his followers were left disappointed by the outcome of his second expedition. Alas, one comment now haunts Veach's page. No, don't go back out there. If you find that cave entrance, don't go in. You won't get out. That was by Lemmy Killmister, the name of the account at the time. No longer on YouTube anymore. The account was taken down, probably because of being harassed by the general public, thinking that Lemmy Killmister played a role. It was just basically a joke comment gone wrong. Okay. After not returning from the short overnight trip, well, it was about 2 days, he told his family he was going on. The search for Veach began. Misinformation, this is incorrect. Kenny was not reported missing after that overnight trip. It was 8 days too late when the girlfriend decided to report him missing, leaving it long enough for Kenny Veach to die out there, right? The hiker's cell phone was located near an abandoned mineshaft, but the trail then grew cold because the scent wore off, Conspiracy theories surrounding what happened to Veach flooded the internet. Veach unveiling the government's secrets, alien forces seeing a drug deal, being attacked by an animal, faking his death. However, the hiker's alleged girlfriend eventually took to YouTube to address his disappearance. She explained she used to hike with Veach all over the Nevada desert. What a load of bullshit that is. Investigating abandoned mining towns as well as many caves and mine shafts, but that was a bit more daring than she was. The thing is, even Jeff Claw worded it, Sharon Pilgrim, the girlfriend, does not look prepared, ready, or kitted out to be going out there physically on all those hikes that Kenny did. Yeah, tagging along on some, but not all. Slight exaggeration here, typical. So basically, once again, this article kind of discrediting the general public by simply labelling them as conspiracy theories and theorist. Yeah, that definitely paints a good picture that. Not, but it seems like this article has an agenda against some people. Sorry about the slight edit cut there. For some reason, this spastic website seems to keep flicking on and off when I scroll up and down. It's very stupid, but there you go, typical once again. This is an old photo of Kenny Veach, Sharon Pilgrim, which I guess came from Sharon Pilgrim's YouTube channel. She did a slideshow video in memory of Kenny. Okay. Yeah, there's the YouTube channel. It says, ultimately, Veach's alleged girlfriend, a user named Sharon Pilgrim, revealed she believes the hiker died by suicide. Oh, here we go again. Mental health bandwagon. Veach battling depression for many years and reportedly refusing to take medication or see a doctor. Oh, so that's what Kenny decided to do. Refuse to see a doctor, refuse to take medication, and a mental health expert just sat by and let it happen. Well, that's clever. Not. Pilgrim said he quit his job a little more than a year before he disappeared. The search for him was started within a couple of days of my call. Hell no, it wasn't. Couple of days of your call. It was 8 days later, not 2 days. What the hell? Over 30 search and rescue team members searched 3 different times on foot. 1 helicopter flyover was done and there was no trace of Kenny or any of his camping things. They found his car in the area. I told them it would be. They did find his cell phone by the mine shaft in the video. The mine shaft was only about a 4-hour hike from his car. It's my feeling he left it behind so that he could not be tracked from the GPS in it. He also did not take his video camera with him on this solo hike. It was left in his home, so he had no intention of filming anything. Huh. Well, that's a bit of a contradiction, Sharon Pilgrim, because there was another comment where you stated that he did take an alternative camera with him for taking photos only. So make your mind up. Share this with you for 2 reasons. First, so that you have more of an understanding who Kenny was to bring some peace or understanding to the situation. Secondly, if any of you do decide to go out into the desert to look for him or MK, be careful and bring enough water and food. Basically, the short story is, in a nutshell, the family couldn't be bothered going out there searching for Kenny. They just relied on the search and rescue. And once that was done and wrapped up quick, that was it. End of story. Then years later, general public, volunteers went out there searching. Family didn't really say or do much about it. The end. Okay, so that really puts things into perspective there. It says cameras were reportedly lowered into the mine shaft near where Veach's phone was located, but no sign of the hiker was found. True. His body has still never been recovered and so the mystery remains unsolved. If you or someone you know oh, here we go again with a fucking crisis. Yeah, mental health bandwagon. All of a sudden it matters now, but it didn't back then. And all of a sudden now people claim that they've got depression, they've got anxiety, misdiagnosing, using the DSM-5 model, the ICD-10 model, and they don't even know what they're saying. Some people exaggerate, other people lie. Other people claim this or support that just to gain favour because of this whole bandwagon. It's just attention. End of the day, there'll always be genuine people out there suffering, and they tend to be the quiet ones that don't make a big fuss about stuff. The rest, questionable. But that aside, you get the idea of this article. This article definitely pushing an agenda when it comes to labelling people as conspiracy theorists or conspiracy theories, making them seem like a joke, when sometimes there's genuine reasoning behind it, right? And proof as well in certain ways, but that gets neglected by this typical news article out there. Typical, is it UK? Wouldn't surprise me. The agenda with the mental health thing, pushing that once again just because the girlfriend said so, so everybody nods their heads. Yeah. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and reactions down below in the comment section. Now, what I do want to move on to are the comments from the last YouTube video, answer any questions and see if there's any additional interesting information. Well, here we are. Let's adjust it to the newest comments and start from the bottom, work our way up. Cleo, wow, what's really going on? Who knows? Doctor, that would almost definitely ensure Kenny's gun wouldn't be found for centuries, if ever. So I think what Doctor is talking about here is if Kenny Veach was out there and if the military are successful with the land proposal takeover, once they own that land, general public won't be able to search around for that potential firearm out there or any other evidence. Okay. Who knows? Dale says SB Vegas was there on October 21st and stated that many roads had been recently closed due to heavy rains and had to be repaired. There were track marks on the road he was on as well, likely from a road grader. It appeared he was south of Jome Road and he was heading quite far east to a mine shaft. As for your previous video, as soon as you showed the picture, those ruts jumped out at me. They do indeed look like the impressions made by a helicopter's landing skids. If a helicopter, why there? Why at the epicenter of the supposed M cave searches? Very interesting indeed. So thanks for sharing that comment, Dale. Helps summarises it. I mean, ultimately, if roads needed to be repaired out there, okay, fair enough. Maybe some out there, ones that are used more often, right, by general public. But Jome Road is a dead-end road which leads to the canyons, okay? You can't carry on driving down it, it reaches a dead end. So why would it need to be repaired when it's in such a desolate area. And from the looks of it visually, has the road even been repaired? Does it look better than it did previously? I don't know. That's why I'm saying, maybe in the future, if that road remains closed for a very long time, maybe forever, then something very odd is happening, okay? If the signs are removed, but there's no changes to the road structure or layout, then clearly it's not been fixed, nor was that the original intention. And yeah, as for those ruts in the ground near to the M Cave, more and more people with time seem to be feeling the possibilities of a helicopter. And I think the most important part about it is, if it truly was a helicopter, it would have to be military, right? Because they have access in the area to fly by over. As for the law's rules, general public can't do that, nor can they use drones either. So, very interesting. We've got Glenn there. Diana, why is military taking over? Yes, have to wonder what really is going on. And I said, it seems like they've got more than enough land already, so they're being greedy, or is there something strange in that area which they need to take control of before the general public do? Joker saying, I think what has been shown are in regards to the roadwork and the possible helicopter landing site near those little MKs just seem too suspicious. It does seem suspicious. If you just had a road closure, that was it, maybe you could write it off. But then with road closure and looks like marks from a helicopter, one thing leading to another possibly. E-Curb saying the Church of Ref has applied for 501 and will soon be accepting applications for plot space in the community land area. Okay. Angelina, boundaries of the military is pretty set due to losing federal lawsuits. Lone Wolf, military lost last court fight. Okay. Are you referring to in the past or now? Because if the military have tried and failed in the past elsewhere, but they got what they wanted in the end, Jeff Clark, SB, have said when they want something, they get it eventually. Well, it could happen here, right? Or is that possibility? Angelina says, due to the nature of soil displaced and rain, it looks like a commonplace people have parked by caves. The displacement of rock at the beginning of the park looked like it had been attempted to be graded road. Third note, if the military was in the area, barricades or fences and the military would be in place at every entrance. Well, what about Area 51? What about the gate that lets you in, that YouTube channel? You remember that? They went to that gate where it was unmanned, unmarked. Yeah, there was a barrier, but you could simply walk past it, walk around it, and yeah, you'd get in trouble eventually. But, you know, there are areas out there which aren't even operated by military, like no people actually present. They're just, I guess, are casual about it in that the signs and the barriers are enough to deter people away, right? So there's always that. And as well, I need to address a few points, Angelina, as well. In a second, you say, even though I do not live there, secondary roads are often graded after heavy rain because it's easier to smooth and soften the road. Being I've had children in our military and have had personal clearance in my personal life, those signs are either park signs or county signs. Only way to know why the place is calling the number on sign or talking to the park directly. Federal parks can be used by military at any time if the threat level is high due to the United States. So the thing is, yeah, it does seem like the DNWR, the ones within the area, the park rangers, are responsible for putting that sign out there. But the ultimate question is, who were they influenced by? The military, the government, third party out there reaching out, demanding for them to close the road, and then a helicopter visiting? You never know. And returning back to up here, where you said about, what is it? It looks like a common place people have parked by caves. Well, Joe May Road, for most part of it, isn't near any caves. Maybe when you get towards the very end, you get closer to the canyon. Yeah, people do park there, but once again, it's a very quiet place most of the time. Not many people go there. Ronnie, you are going to pin links. If you can pin the specific link to the video you're talking about, that'd be great. So basically, Ronnie, in my videos, when you're watching them, top right corner of the screen, there is a circular eye symbol in white. You click on that, it'll show you the different videos, okay? Jeff Clark says, there is easily enough room to land even the biggest helicopters in the east end of Picture Canyon. Google Maps will show you the width of the canyon there. You could probably land a dozen helicopters at once or even more. Okay, so that's good to know. That kind of reinforces the possibility and practicalness of it. So yeah, maybe a helicopter did land there. Ronald saying, I heard the Wads wanted to take over everything. No land for the wicked. Okay, that's a Dylan Rounds reference there. Jeff Clark, they can take as much of the land as Congress will allow. SB Vegas has info that they are going to try again, but what they're going to try and get this time is still unknown. The combination of the public, the biologist, and the pie chewer, I can't remember, do you call it pie? Whatever. Tried, prevented it the last time, but no one knows what will happen this time. That uncertainty may cause a bit of uneasiness in people. Uh-oh, who do we have here? Indiana, the complainer. Maybe the military are dissed at the attention the M Cave brings from the public and are worried about the public entering the caves and possible tunnels that lie within the caves that take folk past the border into military land. On the other side, maybe the federal park grade their roads because of random folk that get stuck, then lost, to prevent the cost it takes to then rescue or search for that person. Thing is, Indiana, as for at least what we've heard of and when studying the case for this length of time, there's really not really been any other missing people out there officially, okay? There's been rumours of the odd person, but some of that has been questionable and possibly BS. It's mainly only Kenny Veach. And from the evidence to suggest that Kenny's not there but was elsewhere after, then maybe there's no one missing in that range. But there could still well be something strange out there in the eyes and the interest of the military. As I've always said, that maybe Kenny Veach claimed to have found something when he may have not, but it caught the attention of the military thinking what Kenny Veach was talking about was something to do with the military when maybe it wasn't. You know, cross connections, but could still lead to another mystery. Jeff Clark saying they grade the roads all the time, but they're still very rough. Jeremy is never any better than a rough goat path. So the question is, why close it off just for grading? Never seen that before from anyone who's gone out there. True. Well then, there's no logical reason to be found. Maybe it's just alien season and they don't want to be disturbed. I keep leaning more and more to that conclusion. Alien or tech we do not know about. This guy called Man. Hey brother, have you watched any videos from SB Vegas? Maybe you can get a different perspective. I think I saw a bit of it with when he opened that like locker or something and it had some of the bones inside. ZX saying that Josh default account sounds like an effing know-it-all moron. Just ignore him. Yeah, just a typical individual. I mean, I came across quite a few people, ZX, in the Dylan Rounds case that are complete prats, and some still are around to this day, but, you know, it's just one of those things, right? I think it all comes down to gay obsessions and obsessions in general. People keep on coming back on their hands and knees and still complaining, barking, but, you know, they're not going anywhere. So there must be an inner complex going on in their mindset. This one, user 87, this moron kid thinks people can't change their opinion. He's a literal dumb awkward weirdo. If I see him walking on the street, he's going to know real quick. So basically, this person called user 87, the one what we looked at last time, still here, basically their comment here insinuates that there is a use of threatening language. That basically, if this American person sees me in public, they're going to possibly physically take me out. Well, congratulations for leaving this comment public. This, you know, this language used. You've done a good job there. Great job. Pratt. And last but not least, Daz. This guy is clickbait. You look like a default channel. Another one. You say it's clickbait. How can it be clickbait when the title, the thumbnail, matches to the video and everything's been talked about? Just another invalid comment by a nobody. So there you go. There's the comments. So as you see, there is still signs and humans of jealousy, toxicity within a case like this as well. So no change, no difference there. It is what it is. Any of you have additional questions to this video, to the articles, whatever, leave them down below. Feel free to like and share the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and maybe you learned something new. We'll see what happens next time and what's next to cover. Be on the lookout for the video when it does come eventually. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye. Good night for now.